Good morning and welcome to your daily morning horoscope for Wednesday, 18th February 2026 Aries. Finances may cause an upset between you and a friend today. Perhaps the person owes you money that can't pay back, or vice versa. If that is the case, try to work out some kind of arrangement that suits you both. There is always a way to create a win-win situation. If you don't both get so angry and the objectivity is totally wiped out, stay calm and be focused. All should go well. Taurus, a social event could put you in touch with people who's carrying a lot around in bitterness and anger. This probably won't be a good experience for you, as you see the perfect listening post for all their problems. Don't feel trapped, be polite, but make your excuses as soon as you can. There are other friends present whose company you'll enjoy a lot more. Gemini, the workplace could be very hectic today as a colleague prepares to leave on an important business trip. Nerves could be strained and tempers short. Try to stay focused and get everything necessary done without making yourself crazy. You may be the one who keeps everyone else from going crazy, although you might consider hiding in the closet yourself. Say a prayer of thanks when your colleague finally rides off the taxi. Cancer, you may have a wonderful day today and your imagination, intuition plus creativity will be at an all-time high. Inspiration for new artistic projects could be filling your heart and brain. You'll be able to do and discuss your ideas with anyone who shows an interest. The one dark spot in the day might just be that child, a close friend or lover that goes into a snit because he or she feels ignored. Don't worry, they'll come out soon. Leo, your home could be a very busy place today. Visitors could come and go throughout the day, probably annoying you at times. You might also find yourself having to soothe angry outbursts on the part of members in the household. Take care, however, that this person's problem doesn't get you so inflamed that you go into a fit of anger. Try to stay calm and focused, and you'll get through the day. Virgo, someone you work with might need a sympathetic shoulder to cry on today. Stresses on the job extend beyond everyone's capacity to endure, so don't be surprised if at some point in time they shed a few tears. You might find your patience pushed beyond normal limits. On days like this, it is best to work as quietly as you can. Stay focused and go for a drink after you leave work. Take a nice walk home if you feel stressed. Libra, children or possibly some close friends or a love interest could be upset today. The financial coffers aren't full enough to afford anything they think that they absolutely have to have right now. You might find yourself having to soothe their feelings, reassuring them that not now doesn't necessarily mean never. If they don't respond, don't keep pushing. They'll have to come to terms with the situation on their own. Scorpio, worry about a family member may be on your mind today. This person could be all wrought up over work, money, or possibly a love affair that's broken off. Say whatever reassuring words you can muster, but don't expect him or her to respond. And don't fall into the trap of feeling that your kind words were all in vain. They did register. It's just going to take this person a while to come to terms with the situation. Sagittarius, uneasy feelings may be plaguing you throughout the day and there could appear to be no valid reason for this. Everything seems to be going well for you and no one else is close to have anything going on. It's probably nothing earth-shaking. You may just be intuitively picking up on the troubles and anxieties of people you pass on the street. Your intuition is high today, so you could psychically sense just about anything, so please hang in there. Capricorn, a friend, perhaps a woman, could well be upset or even angry with you today. Money might be involved in some way and there may be nothing you can do to reassure her at the time. It's best to give what reassurances you can and then back off. Whatever has gone wrong, she probably is overreacting and eventually she'll see that. In the meantime, you do what you can to work off your own anxieties. Aquarius, is your boss a woman? If so, stay out of her way today. To put it in short, she isn't in a good mood. Work hard, be very sweet to everyone, and make copious use of your innate diplomacy. You may be on the receiving end of some sharp words, but by remaining focused and continuing your routine in your usual efficient manner, you should avoid any major blow-ups. Try to stay calm and hope that she leaves to go home early. Pisces, travel may cause more problems than it's worth today. You may forget some vital items when packing, or there could be too little time to get everything ready. Your plane could be delayed or something valuable lost. Try to short-circuit potential problems. Use a checklist when packing. Keep valuables close to you and take lots of books and CDs in case you have to wait out in delay. In spite of it all, please remember to have fun. This has been your daily morning horoscope for Wednesday, 18 February 2026. Do have yourself a wonderful day.
Happy Wednesday, guys. It's midweek. Here we are. A little up and down as far as the weather is concerned, but we could manage that. As a matter of fact, some rain will be nice, because, we've been watching the water woes and, a lot of it has been placed on the low rainfall and stuff like that to replenish our supplies. So maybe a little rain will be welcomed somewhere along the line. No, not for the weekend. Well, I'm thinking like a typical Lucian or Caribbean person because we want to party on the weekend for for independence. So we don't really want the rain. But nonetheless, I ramble on a lot, eh? That happens sometimes. But that's the thing, because we are family now, and that's how family is supposed to behave. Morning, family! Welcome to our Wednesday programming. Let's see what our news department is doing.
Good morning. Time now for the news. My name is Timothy Polio. This week, a major step toward healthcare for every St. Lucian. The island's universal health coverage program is officially stepping into a new era, launching its brand new website and national logo as part of a bold push to make healthcare more visible, accessible, and inclusive across St. Lucia.
I've been doing work on universal health coverage for a while, many years, even before my tenure as Director of Universal Health Coverage. We started work on that long journey for UHC. We've launched services as recent as 2023, services like maternal and child health, cervical cancer screening, HPV testing, prostate cancer screening at the Men's Health Clinic, snake bite prevention and treatment, as well as breast cancer screening services. We're looking into launching colorectal cancer screening in March.
Officials say the milestone represents years of groundwork and a clear signal that the vision of healthcare for all is moving from policy to reality. Fear and uncertainty are rippling through St. Lucia's fishing communities after a recent U.S. airstrike reportedly targeted a small vessel near regional waters. A former president of the St. Lucia Fisher Folk Cooperative Society is speaking out, warning that livelihoods and lives are at risk and calling for urgent dialogue with national and regional leaders.
It's very concerning to me as a fisherwoman because it is just showing me how vulnerable our fishing sector is and how easily we could lose our livelihoods.
Fishermen and business operators who depend on the blue economy say they are increasingly concerned about safety at sea, with some now worried their boats could become unintended targets amid rising tensions. Healthcare access is expanding even behind prison walls. As St. Lucia's Universal Health Coverage Program continues to grow, the Bordelais Correctional Facility now has its own in-house medical unit designed to provide timely care for staff and inmates while easing pressure on hospitals in the South.
This will allow us to, first, ensure compliance to the Correctional Services Act. The legislation seeks to ensure that medical services are provided to the inmates at the Bordelais Correctional Facility. Number two, we want to ease the burden on the St. Jude Hospital and also the Millennium Heights Medical Complex, meaning the Owen King EO Hospital, at the ER, the emergency, and outpatient clinics.
Officials say the move is aimed at improving efficiency, reducing strain on public facilities, and ensuring medical care is delivered faster and more safely. St. Lucia is leveling the playing field not just for traditional athletes, but for anyone with a passion to compete. From chessboards to bike tracks, the island is expanding opportunities for all. And Sports Minister Kenson Casimir says the world stage is waiting. He singled out the St. Lucia Chess Federation, which continues to dominate regional competitions, and said he looks forward to their Olympic debut.
For the first time, we identified an Alternative Sports Association of the Year, and that was handed over to the Chess Federation. Membership in chess right now exceeds 300 chess players on this island, and we've had some remarkable performances in the region and in the world in terms of chess. We're from the island of Derek Walcott and, of course, for Lewis. And so we've been punching above our weight in the sport of chess.
While citizens have requested a northern location for alternative sports events, Mr. Casimir notes that the culture of these activities is strongest in the South. He promised to announce the designated site once all regulatory processes are completed. And that's the news. Thank you so much for watching. Join us at noon for our next news major, the Lunchtime Report. I'm Timothy Polio. Good morning.
Right, thanks guys. We need to take a short break. We're coming right back. this young lady that I follow upon on TikTok actually. Since my kids tell me I have to go on TikTok, and they just create an account and they send me over there. I have been dabbling in TikTok. If you see me on TikTok, well, that's for a whole nother show. But I follow up on this young lady on TikTok, Blossom, and on the lab link. And I was so intrigued, and then I invited her over to my She Speaks show, and I thought it would be nice also to do a little highlight with her on the morning show as well here on DBS, because she's got a number of things that she's she's undertaking, and I think some of them are so quite noble. Well, all of them actually is all about enhancing the environment. And she has this thing, she said, you know what, be the change that I want to see. And that, of course, she's definitely doing. So here's something that she's involved in, and I think we could make a difference if we come together and we put our mind to it. Wilson, I'm here with Blossom. Blossom is just... Hi. When you hear Blossom, just think Blossom in truth, because this woman right here is a multitude of things. She is author, she is involved in early childhood, she is a TikTok, she's a TikTok influencer now, and in a very particular way, using or showing how connecting the dots between everyday life and science. She's given us tricks and tips over there as well. A lot of things is happening with Blossom, but this morning we wanted to, since we only have 5 minutes, we wanted to talk a little bit. First talk on the platform. I love the platform. I wanted to make sure persons understand that the lab link, is it?
The lab.link.
The lab.link is available on TikTok. If you're a TikToker, you need to go follow her. And trust me, you would not regret it, because this is a platform where she's, like I said, connecting everyday life and science in the most simplest of forms and fun way, and the most St. Lucian way I can think about. So you're getting the information, but it's absolutely palatable. Anybody can digest it, and that's commendable. But I think because she's also a former teacher, and she's now aligned with the Early Childhood Center as well. So Blossom, we're going to go there, because in that regard, you've got some serious things you want to talk about there, and we really would like to assist you to get that information out, and to see some sort of assistance, come in that regard, because it is worthy. Yes. And the mission is a noble one. So we want to assist. If we can reach at least one person who's going to be connecting with this and be able to assist, that'll be good. Right. Okay. So let's talk about that. I mean, I'm not ramble along enough, but now it's your turn.
Okay, so I'm a daycare officer, and the sector, it has its flaws. Mm-hmm. And one of the flaws that I notice in my daily practice is that we have this uneven expectation regarding the children in the early childhood sector and what they should be able to do upon leaving the preschools and the daycares and transitioning into kindergarten. Mm. So I've created 2 books. They're STEM-based, and they're designed to have all the children on a level playing field.
A sort of uniformed approach, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
So that when they transition and you happen to be a kindergarten teacher, you cannot say, okay, this child is from that school and that child is from that school, and that child did not go to school. Right. You should be able to have all the children being able to do the same things at the same level. Right. And also to get the parents on board and to manage their expectations, because we don't want the parents to be able to think that, oh, my child needs to be able to do this and be able to do that.
Right.
No.
Unrealistic, some of them.
No, yes.
Well.
So we need to iron that out across the sector. So the books are designed to help with that problem and to give the administrators of those centers something tangible, something culturally appropriate
to work with.
Like this. So that the children can have some resource that they can.
But you're undertaking all of this by yourself, Blossom.
Yes.
This is a tall order.
I mean, when you have passion for something, you try to eliminate the obstacles. You know?
Right.
I don't want to.
It's needed. Yes, like you normally say, you want to be the change that you want to see.
So it's not how am I doing all this on my own. Is what do I have to do in order for me to be able to do it?
Right.
You know? So I remove the hurdles and the excuses and the doubts and all these things, and we get it done because it needs to get done. Somebody has to do it.
Exactly. Yeah. But we could do with some assistance, doing it.
Yes, obviously, yes. So what I want is to call on corporate St. Lucia to donate, because what I would like to see is a book in every child's hands. I want the children to see themselves in the books, not a book with snow and animals that don't even
Exist
live
in our
here.
parts,
You know, I want it to be culturally appropriate. I want every child is deserving to have a book in their hands. So I'm calling on Corporate St. Lucia to come on board, join the movement, and support a center and give to the children of St. Lucia.
The books, yeah. And
Yes.
because the books are available.
Yes.
It's just getting it to the kids who
Yes.
may otherwise may not be able to
Afford
it. Wow. And you have some of corporate that's been on board with you already
Yes.
today.
Oh,
So yes.
big shout out to Automotive Arts, one of our partners, and big shout out to the Children's Happy Place.
Nice.
And Happy Thoughts
Happy
Nursery,
Thoughts, right.
that's the center in BZ.
Nice.
Big shout out.
Definitely. And anybody else who wants to come on
Yes.
board, well, it's open to you
It's
guys to
open,
get on
it's
board.
open. So
Absolutely.
join the movement.
How can we reach you, Blossom?
You can reach me on, you can email me, you can call me, you can find me on social media. I'm very easily searchable. So
The lab link, of course, on all of the
Yes.
social handles.
yes, I'm not hard to find.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I hope you'll be getting a few calls from the
Yes.
rest of the corporates in Lucia in a bit, and you know, because you've been in the sector, so you
Yes.
you have a command as to the preparatory
What
work
you
that is
need.
needed at that level to transition into the kindergarten, like you said.
Yes.
So having that sort of, you know, working motion where you can actually enhance the transition, I think that's a good thing. Wow. You're great. Happy Independence, girl. And big up you for doing, like, you know, being the change that you want to see. I like that. Forward moving woman. I like that.
Yes,
Big up you. Big up Blossom. There's this new entity. Well, it's been in existence in other parts of the world, but they are making their debut here in St. Lucia. Christ Embassy St. Lucia is what it is, and we get to find out some more about it. Calista was very, very efficient in sharing some of what it is they're about. Volunteer Medical Corps, and Calista is here as a representative. We want to find out some more about this entity, what it is about, because this sounds exciting. This sounds like, okay, very interesting. I'm intrigued, but I want to dive in a little bit more. What is that? Calista, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Maureen.
Tell me about this. Is it an NGO? What is it?
Yes, it is. The Volunteer Medical Corps is a Christian medical outreach. It's made up of volunteers in the medical field and even non-medicals as well. Yeah.
Okay.
And we do offer free medical outreaches to communities, blood donations, and things like that.
Where this coming from? How long this around? How I didn't know about this before? I have a lot of questions here because medical assistance is such a vital thing, and people, it is sometimes difficult to access medical care, and to know that there's actually agencies out there doing voluntary medical outreach. Listen, this is exciting stuff. Have you been around for long?
In St. Lucia, we're just starting out actually.
Okay.
But before I continue, I'd actually want to extend my profound gratitude to our founder, the man of God, Reverend Dr. Chris Oyakilome.
Right.
He's the founder of the Volunteer Medical Corps and Christ Embassy as well, which is the two organizations which are bringing this community health fair to St. Lucia.
Right. It's from Africa? Where was it founded?
I would say founded in Africa, but it's a global organization.
Right.
So yeah, we have volunteers from all over the world.
Right, and this has been around for how long?
It's been around for a few years now, but in St. Lucia, I would say less than a year.
Right. No, I just want to ground it. I understand you're just coming into St. Lucia, but I wanted to know how long the institution have been around doing that kind of work. Okay, so what brought you to St. Lucia? What was the link?
I'm here as a missionary to St. Lucia from Christ Embassy, which is a global Christian church.
Right. Why did they decide to branch off here? What the link was? Yeah?
So we have a vision to reach the whole world.
Okay.
To establish the message of the gospel in every nation under heaven. And currently we've actually penetrated every country. Our church is just starting here in St. Lucia.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow. What has been the response? What have been the receiving of your ministry throughout in the other territories that you've been to?
Well, the receptivity has been high. It's been encouraging, I would say. All right. I meet a lot of people. First thing I would say, St. Lucia as a country is a Christian country.
Yes,
yeah,
very much so.
A lot of people are familiar with the message of Christ.
Yes.
So I found that gives us an entry, gives us access to the people, and a lot of them have been receptive, welcoming actually, and some of them have joined in.
Right.
Yeah.
What is your general message? The same as all Christian, is your Christian base?
Yes, it's Christian based. We believe in Jesus Christ, Savior of the world.
Right.
We believe that He died so that we can have life.
Okay.
Life eternal. Yes.
Absolutely. But make the link for me now between the medical outreach and because I could have my own ideas, but why that particular link? You know, religious, getting you on the spiritual, getting you spiritually well, and physically well. Is that what it is?
Yes. Yes.
A holistic approach to well-being.
Yes, absolutely. It's always been God's idea that His children prosper and that they be in health. He doesn't want you prospering just in one area and not in the other. It's in accordance with 3 John 1 verse 2. Beloved, I wish above all things that you prosper and that you be in health, even as your soul prospers.
Absolutely.
So He caters to everything. And our man of God has also been very passionate about having people function in their very best self. You're at your highest level of productivity when you feel the best, when you're well,
absolutely,
all round. So that's what we are delivering to the public. Yes.
Right. Wow. Oh, wow. A lot is happening there. I'm glad we discovered you. So what are some of the plans you have for on the island in terms of not just the spiritual well-being, but the physical well-being? How do you normally administer that part of it?
So relating to that, we have a community health fair coming up on the 28th of this month, the last Saturday in this month, and we will be at the Constitution Park. It's a medical outreach to offer free basic health checks to members of the public. We'll be having them do their blood pressure checks, their blood glucose checks, BMI testing, and as a people of faith, we would also have a prayer booth there. And,
absolutely.
Yes.
Oh, we're going to expand on that in a little bit because we want to go into that fair. We want to know everything that is going to be a part of that fair. So we're definitely going to expand on that. But where can we find you? Are you on social? Do you have a website that we can go and find out more about your entity?
First, we have a location in Castries, on Marianne Street, 10 Marianne Street, and we have a contact number as well, and we're also present on Instagram.
Okay, as what's the name of the entity again?
Christ Embassy St. Lucia.
Christ Embassy. So that's what we will find you as on IG.
Yes.
Christ Embassy St. Lucia.
Christ Embassy St. Lucia. Yes.
Right. Wow. Okay. Well, you guys can go look it up, and whatever it is you're looking for, whatever more information you need, whatever insight you need, you definitely can find it there. And of course, the number is on there as well. You can get to call you.
Yes.
Well, thank you, Calista. Thank you for enlightening us.
Thank you.
Welcome to your Holistic Path to Wellness with Dr. Tanya Bobran. Hi, we're going to talk about gut health today. And did you know that almost 75% of your immune system lives in your gut? So if your gut health is compromised, it's not just your digestion that suffers. It can impact your brain, your heart, your lungs, your hormones, and your overall immunity. Think of the gut as mission control. It doesn't just break down the food that you eat, it sends and receives messages to the rest of your body. We call one of these things the gut-brain axis. Your gut and brain are connected by the longest nerve in the body called the vagus nerve, which is direct communication between the gut and the brain. This is why stress and anxiety can sometimes give you stomach issues, and poor gut health can influence your mood, your focus, and even your mental health. The gut immune axis, with almost 3/4 of your immune system housed in the lining of the gut, any imbalance from poor diet to stress to infections to exposure to toxins can weaken your defenses. It means that you're more vulnerable to colds, to flus, inflammation, and even autoimmune diseases. So if your gut is not working optimally, a compromised gut can influence so many things. And many people are not aware of the importance of maintaining the integrity of the gut. And one small thing, you may think that the gut-brain communication is mainly from the brain down to the gut, but the majority of the communication is actually from the gut to the brain. So the command center is actually in the gut, and that keeps all systems running smoothly. The effects of gut or leaky gut can impact our entire body. So one small step you can take today is to ensure that you eat mainly whole, clean, unprocessed foods. Make your plate as colorful as possible with fruit and vegetables and ground provisions. All of these things will actually improve your gut health and improve and maintain the integrity of the lining of the gut. Remember, the gut is not just about digestion. It's the hub for immune health and even mental clarity, heart disease, dementia, respiratory disorders, so many things. So let's try to nurture our gut on a daily basis. Welcome to your Holistic Path to Wellness with Dr. Tanya Bobran.
Well, as we close off, this is our show. As we close off today, go out and have an awesome day today. And remember, while you're out there, today, tomorrow, for the rest of your life, never explain yourself. Because the people who appreciate you don't need it. And the people who don't appreciate you, they won't believe it anyway. So, you know what? Save that. Have a nice Wednesday.